So I want to share a little bit about my gastric sleeve journey and what it kind of takes to start the process. So the reason behind getting gastric sleeve is my husband and I have been trying to conceive for the last 5 years, and we've been unsuccessful until this last year. Last May of 2023, I got pregnant and miscarried. So that was right after I had my gastric sleeve. We weren't really preventing because the whole reason for getting gastric sleeve was to lose weight, become healthier, start healthier habits in order to conceive. So I took the loss pretty hard and this last year, and it has not gotten any easier. So I've lost 77 pounds in the last year, and due to gastric sleeve and making sure that I'm eating healthier and portioning things out, I have been pretty successful in the weight loss category, but I have had many hurdles. So I gained a lot of the weight, I want to say, because of our fertility journey. So the depression, the anxiety coming from that. Also, I have PTSD, and so I had extremely high cortisol levels and still do. I have glitter or something right there. So anyway, with cortisol levels rising and me not dealing with my mental illness, I mean, my body was getting the worst end of the deal of that. And so I finally decided to get on mental health medication for my depression and anxiety, to kind of be able to cope throughout the day and feel a little bit better mentally. And if you have PTSD or any other mental illness, you know that it takes a toll. And the weight on your chest and your shoulders is so heavy, it's unbearable. Anyway, so with those mental health issues and dealing with infertility, I gained a lot of weight. I started off, so the weight I'm at right now, I'm 180 pounds and I started off at 257. I had gained all of that weight from when I first met my husband because we started fertility treatments. I started on fertility medications like Clomid and Letrozole. I had crazy cravings. I also have endometriosis, so I have a lot of pain, a lot of cravings, a lot of bloating all the time. My cravings got so out of control that I didn't realize I was experiencing a BED disorder, I guess. I didn't realize I had that until this year. And I think it's like once I start getting those cravings again, then I start really feeling the effects of that. So I did start semaglutide recently to kind of help with the weight loss and the food noise. It's helped a little bit, I feel like, and I'm continuing to lose weight, but I noticed that it doesn't completely go away. It just is a tool, just like the vertical sleeve gastrectomy is also a tool. Anyway, with all of that and the weight gain and things like that, I wanted to start looking into VSG surgery. Originally, I was going to get the bariatric bypass surgery, and I decided against it because I would be under anesthesia for far longer than I would for the VSG, and that made me uncomfortable. And there are far more complications with the bypass, and being a mom, I didn't want to go through that. So I wanted to be under less time and have a better healing journey, and so that's what I did. It took a year in order for me to finally get the surgery because I was going through my insurance, and my insurance at the time was Medicaid, and they did cover it in the state of Nebraska. However, there are requirements and stipulations that you have to meet in order to get approval for the surgery. I had a BMI of 41%, and that was one of the requirements, is I had to be above 40% BMI in order to receive the surgery. In addition to that, I had to go to several appointments. So there were 3 dietitian appointments that were required in addition to a psychology appointment or psychiatry appointment. And I think I had to do 2 of those. So they just wanted to make sure that I was mentally fit to make these sound decisions and sound enough to make these decisions. So that's kind of why. And also that you have like the support at home to help you kind of manage the healing process and take care of yourself, so that you're not going to jeopardize the surgery. Out of pocket cost would have been around $20,000 to $25,000. So I'm really grateful that I did have insurance. However, I recognize that a lot of people may not have that opportunity and cannot meet certain requirements in order to receive the surgery. So it's really up to your doctor, up to your insurance, or up to your self-pay options and what you are planning to do. But I did heavy research into what surgery I decided to do and what I was going to go with. I can talk about this all day, but this is just kind of like a brief overview of why I decided to get the surgery and what led me to get the surgery I did, and then also how long it took me to get that surgery. So it was a 12-month long process for me to get approved. And then I was off for, I want to say, 7 or 8 weeks from work. I did not qualify for FMLA yet, but I did qualify for short-term disability. And so I was still getting paid. I was very fortunate for that, but you just have to look into your work policies and things that you can qualify for in order to continue receiving payment or job security, because right now there is no job security for anyone, it seems like, in this economy. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or concerns or anything that you want to know before you start looking into the surgery, or if you're already halfway to the surgery, or you're like right around the corner, or just even had the surgery, feel free to ask. There's things that, you know, I forget about until somebody brings it up and I'm like, oh yeah, I had to deal with this too, or this is what I did. So just let me know in the comments if you guys want to hear more, and I'm happy to share as much as possible.